Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another AEW Rampage review episode. Now, let's get this thing started. First thing we're going to review today is the first matchup on the card. Jungle Boy versus Isaiah Cassidy. So it pretty much started off with a pretty good contest, really good contest actually. We got to see a few high fly moves, a turning corkscrew splash in the floor. From Isaiah Cassidy. And then Cassidy would continue pretty much stomping the heck out of Jungle Boy. And Matt Hardy would take a cheap shot on the outside. And then, late in the match, pretty much it would turn into a brawl on the outside, however. But in the ring, Jungle Boy would pretty much take it to Isaiah Cassidy and eventually lock in the snare trap. And Isaiah Cassidy would try to anyway, but eventually would end up tapping out to the snare trap. And Jungle Boy would end up picking up the victory in that. So overall, that match would get another amazing for me, like another verdict of amazing for me. So next match we're gonna cover is the next matchup on the card. It was Hook and his in his second matchup versus Bear Bronson. And Hook would pretty much stay in control throughout, like the entire match, showing that he's learned a lot from his father Taz. And not only that, but, and I'm gonna probably call this move until I figure out what, like, find out what, like, the, name of it is. But later in the match, after staying control the entirety of the match, Hook would lock in the Taz mission and make Bronson tap. Bear Bronson tap. So that, again, the verdict, amazing once again. But the final thing we are going to cover today in this matchup, or in this episode, is the main event for the Tnt Championship. So, Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, who was the champion at this point. So, Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes pretty much enter the crowd, fight throughout the crowd, for a while. And at first, until they would get back in the ring and, continue their fight inside the ring. The crowd would pretty much be chanting Cody sucks throughout, like, a lot of the match. and Rhodes would pretty much hit the counter cutter, and Cody pretty much was in the offensive for a while, mid-match. And then as soon as we came back from the break, Cody would still be in control. Cody goes for a big moonsault, but Sammy avoids it, ends up shifting the momentum back into his favor. Guevara takes over and hits Cody with his own crossroads finisher as action spills out onto the floor. See Guevara build up a head steam and connect with a big splash. He goes for another big shot. Cody ends up hoisting him up, launching him into the front row. And, man, Cody, Cody pops up and hits 2 crossroads in a row, followed up with booting Guevara in the gut, then finishes him off with a Tiger Driver 98. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and hits the 3 count. And honestly, the winner ends up being the Cody Rhodes, becoming once again TNT champion. Now, I honestly don't think Cody needed this championship at all. I think that was just, I think they're trying to get the crowd.
Are you going? Are you going?
Get the crowd to boo Cody. And I think, honestly, they're pretty much on the verge of doing that. So that match overall gets a okay from me. So right now at this point, you guys know what we do. Take all 3 of those subjects, wipe slate clean, they're done. Overall, AEW Dynamite, despite the ending, overall, it's an amazing. Because, another amazing AEW Rampage, and, yeah, another amazing episode. Hope to see you guys again later on. Probably at about 10:15 tonight for another episode of, BCW Warzone. Maybe you'll see me later on an episode of a couple more episodes of Knights of the Old Republic 2 Lightside Run. But as always, though, remember, stay safe, stay dangerous. Love you guys. Later.